Hey, this is Mark from My Game Concierge, and I'm here to review Anthem, which is a highly anticipated game. But how does it stack up against the competition? Well, let's find out. A lot of people say this game feels like Destiny in the Division, which isn't wrong, but it's really dependent on the way you're playing the game. If you're playing the game grounded for the most part, then yeah, it's gonna feel that way. But that's not the way that the game is meant to be played, as you're supposed to be using flight and as well as your abilities in combat. Flight controls are pretty good, but they feel clunky when you're underwater, but you'll get used to it in no time. The fun that you'll have in this game, I find, will be largely dependent on what javelin, or a class, you'll be using. You have 4 of them available to use. Storm, which is essentially a mage, which I find to be my favorite class. The Ranger, which is essentially a jack of all trades. Colossus, which is a tank. And Interceptor, which is an assassin type class. All these classes play very differently, and playing one class the way you will play another does not work. Luckily, there are some tips in the tutorial menus and the settings. This provides a layer of depth to the gameplay. In the beginning, only one of them are accessible to you, but as you level up, switch roles if one doesn't suit your taste. And this layer of depth to its gameplay with flight and various classes provides a bit more depth to the gameplay than other games with this genre, and I think it does a really good job. The combat and bosses provide a really good challenge when you're playing on higher difficulties. Although they're kind of like bullet sponges, it does require communication and coordination to an extent. This game is very collaborative, so it's best that you're playing with a squad of people that you know or group up with. The problem with this game is that when you're free roaming, or you take on world bosses or some quests that you encounter, it can be a bit difficult if you aren't prepared, and it just seems like the game wants you to do it as a group. If you're queuing solo, you'll find a lot of the people that are doing their own stuff, and there are a wide range of levels. I mean, at one point I was level 4 and I was in the same lobby as level 13. As a result, if you're someone playing this for a single player experience, then it may not be the best game for you. Because you're in combat most of the time, whenever something story related comes up, it's really hard to focus on both of these things at the same time. And the story just reminds me of the first Destiny, where you really have to go out of your way to look for and read the lore to make sense of anything of what's going on. It doesn't help that there are a bunch of loading screens between missions, and the main hub where you talk to characters for the story is very uninspiring. But hey, it is a beautiful game though. Did I have fun playing this game? With friends, yeah, but by myself, no. It's hard to really get yourself going as a result. I'll give this game 2 martini glasses, which is a good on our MGC scale, but please note, it just barely gets it. If it wasn't for some of the good times with my friends, this would have easily gotten 1 martini glass. So grab a Malibu and Coke with this game, as you're going to need it for the upcoming battles and loot grinding that you're going to encounter. That's all for this review. If you enjoyed it, like always, please subscribe to us and check out some more reviews on our YouTube channel. If you want to go check out some live streams, be sure to go check out our Facebook page, YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch, and catch us live every day, Monday through Friday. This is Mark, and as always, I will see you on my next video.